Hello and welcome to What's New in VET 1.2 Part 2 video. In this video we'll mainly be looking at group policy, migration and the profile update utility. I'm now going to introduce the new features of the group policy migration process in VET 1.2. The new group policy object migration process can now migrate security permissions into Res Workspace Manager. VET can migrate GPO Active Directory sites and OU links and assign apply group policy security filtering rules. Also, a new search facility has been added to the group policy objects wizard that enables you to quickly highlight group policies based on keyword pattern matching. The group policy results are now sorted alphabetically to assist with finding and selecting numerous group policies when a large amount of results are returned. And finally, the Group Policy Migration Report. This will now warn you of any potential issues with the generated Res Workspace Manager building block file. I'm now going to demonstrate the Group Policy Migration Wizard with VET 1.2. First, if we open up the GPMC console, and this is the policy we're going to import, what's new in VET 1.2. Just have a quick look at the settings. Few word settings for the user, and RDS license server for a computer. Also notice that it's linked to the server's OU and the user's OU. However, the server's link is not enabled. It's also linked to the Amsterdam site as well. We just remove the default permissions, add the HR group. And then if we just edit the group policy, we go to the properties, and the security, we have the domain admins group, which is denied this policy, so it will not be applied for domain admins. Okay, so if we open up VET, we start the Convert Group Policy Objects wizard. Scan for machine policies as well. Okay, this is all our policies in our environment. You can use the new feature in 1.2 to search through all your GPOs. Obviously, we only have 7 or 8 here, whereas in your environment you might have many more. And its keywords block will highlight all the group policies with the name block in it. And if we're just looking for our VET group policy, we just type in VET, and it's highlighted in yellow. In this section here, this is the output folder for the registry files created. This is to select to create Res WM building block, which we will do, and the migration options. And in this demonstration, we'll use all these options: Active Directory site links, OU links, and security filtering. Also, at the bottom here, we can enable the object after import. In this case, we'll leave it disabled. And yes, we will import this straight into Workspace Manager. Okay, and here we go. The XML files are created. We look at the GPO report, which is new in VET 1.2. And it shows us that the domain admins group will need some manual intervention after the import. And also that the computer setting in the group policy will not be applied in Workspace Manager. And this is the server's OU link, which was not enabled, which again will not be migrated. Okay, so if we go into composition and the user registry, we should see our policy there at the bottom, which is disabled. We have a quick look at this. We should have our user settings brought through. There they are. And if we look at access control, you'll notice that the HR group is on. And now we'll have to manually add the main admins group using the not selection. And if we switch the rules to all rules must apply. And here we can see our Amsterdam site link and our users site link. In the location and devices, our Amsterdam site link site is defined here, which was already predefined. However, our users OU has been automatically created by the vet utility to support this. If we have a look in here, you'll see the user property rule is used with a distinguished name for this OU. We're now going to look at the profile update utility. So if we first go to our Windows 7 machine, and we log into our XenApp server to XenApp full desktop. As you can see, the mandatory profile loaded for this user uses the standard look and feel. If we go into the control panel, we search for the regional settings. Notice here that we've got it set to the United Kingdom. And with the location and the keyboard mapping. So now we are going to change these settings in the mandatory profile using the profile update utility instead of recreating or manually editing the profile. We can go back to our controller and we can start up the profile update utility. We'll select our mandatory profile that we want to update, click Enable Aero, and select our international settings. In this example, we're going to use the US English, and click Update. We then switch back to our Windows 7 machine, and from there we can log into our XenApp full desktop again. And this time you'll notice that the Aero theme has been applied, and the date is already telling us that we're using US English. If we just go into the control panel and the regional settings, we can just check that. And there it is, US English. Same with the location and also the keyboard. Well, that completes the video. Thanks very much for watching. For further information, please visit our website at virtualengine.co.uk/vet.